Hi all, today we are going to learn some topics in the subject computer aided design and analysis. Already we are discussing 6th module and today's topic is solving CST element mathematical problems. We will discuss some examples regarding CST elements and how to find its shape function as well as stress on a CST element that we will discuss in this presentation. First of all, we will take an example. First question is determine the interpolation function n1, n2 and n3 at interior point P for the triangular element shown in the figure. So figure should be given. This is the figure given in which you can see that point 1 is 3, 4 coordinates, point 2's coordinate is 8, 5, point 3's coordinate is 5, 8 and there is an interior point P with coordinate 4.5 and 6. So from the figure itself you can see that horizontal line shows x-axis and vertical line shows y-axis. These are the given data which have defined when figure given to us. So x1 is 3, y1 is 4, x2 is 8, y2 is 5, x3 is 5, y3 is 8, x equal to 4.5 and y equal to 6, that is interior point, and we need to find shape function n1, n2 and n3. For that we need to write the equation for x and y in terms of shape function. This is a basic expression for writing equation for x and shape function and coordinates. These are the basic equation, and we have another equation for n1, n2 and n3, and you can use the same equation and you can find the answer. And we are taking some calculation. So we are taking first equation, that is x equal to n1 x1 plus n2 x2 plus n3 x3, in which we are subtracting x3 from all components. We are doing it for avoiding at least one unknown function. Here you can see that x is given, x1 is given, x2 is given and x3 is given, and in second equation y, y1, y2, y3 are given. So n1, n2, n3 are unknown. That means we cannot solve three unknowns with two equations. So for that we are avoiding at least one variable. So for avoiding n3 we are subtracting x3 from all variables, that is x minus x3, x1 minus x3 into n1, x2 minus x3 into n2, x3 minus x3 into n3. So last term will become 0 and we can write the expression without n3, and when taking x3 to the right hand side the final equation will be x equal to x1 minus x3 into n1 plus x2 minus x3 into n2 plus x3, and you can do the same calculation for second equation and we will get x equal to x1 minus x3 n1 plus x2 minus x3 n2 plus x3, and y is equal to y1 minus y3 into n1 plus y2 minus y3 into n2 plus y3. For finding y you can do the same calculation which we just mentioned before. So when substituting values we can see that in first equation, that is x equal to, this is the equation given, and we substitute the values, we can get two equation, we can get an equation that minus 2 n1 plus 3 into n2 equal to minus 0.5. You can do the calculation in such a way. And for the second calculation, second equation, you can use y is equal to y1 minus y3 into n1 plus y2 minus y3 into n2 plus y3, and we need to substitute the equation values and we will get the equation like this. You can compare these two equations, final equation, you can see that here 3 n2 and here minus 3 n2. So when adding these two equations we can eliminate n2 and we will get n1 as 0.4167. and when we are substituting this n1 value in first equation that is given here, we can see that 2 into n1 is 0.4167 plus 3n2 equal to minus 0.5, and when calculating you can easily find n2, that is n2 equal to 0.111, and now we need to find shape function n3, and for that we need to take the relation that sum of all shape function will be 1, that is n1 plus n2 plus n3 equal to 1, which is earlier we have discussed in our module 5, so that we can directly determine n3, and n3 is equal to 0.4723. This is the way of finding interpolation function. Even we can use the equation directly given, that is somewhat tough for calculation because we need to find area of the triangle and we need to do a lot of calculation for finding. In such a way we can use both equations, no issue whether we are using this one or that one. And we will go for a second type of problem. Here the natural coordinate of triangular elements are shown in the figure. So first of all we need to get the figure. This is the figure. At a interior point P, that is shown here, the x coordinate is 4, x coordinate given as 4 and y coordinates is unknown. n1 is given as 0.3, so we don't need to find n1. Calculate other shape function and y coordinate at P. So at point 1, x1 equal to 3, y1 equal to 2, point 2, x2 equal to 6, y2 equal to 3. At point 3, x3 equal to 2, y3 equal to 6, and P, x equal to 4, y equal to unknown. That is given as given data, and also shape function given as 0.3. And we have an equation that n1 plus n2 plus n3 equal to 1. From that equation itself we can create an equation that n2 plus n3 equal to 0.7 by substituting value of shape function n1. Now we will take an equation x equal to n1 x1 plus n2 x2 plus n3 x3, which is the basic equation in which we are substituting all values, that is x is 4, n1 is equal to 0.3, x1 is equal to 3, n2 unknown, x2 equal to 6, n3 unknown, x3 equal to 2, and when substituting this equation will become like this, and finally we can write it as 6n2 plus 2n3 equal to 3.1. We have two equations and two unknowns, and by solving these two equations we can get n2 equal to 0.425 and n3 equal to 0.275. This is the method of finding shape function in another way. But in the question they have asked y coordinate also. For that we need to substitute the equation y equal to n1 y1 plus n2 y2 plus n3 y3, where all factors are known, and substituting we can directly find the value of y, that is 3.525. In other words, we can say that the interior point P having coordinates x equal to 4 and y is equal to 3.525. This is the way of finding interpolation function. And another step is another problem we are going to discuss, in which we need to find element stresses. I will read the question. For the plane stress element, we have discussed plane stress and plane strain in the previous class. We need to look into those equations, and the question is, for the plane stress element whose coordinates are given by 100, 100, 400, 100 and 200, 400, and nodal displacements are u1 is equal to 2 mm, v1 is equal to 1 mm, u2 is equal to 1 mm, v2 is equal to 1.5 mm, u3 is equal to 2.5 mm, v3 is equal to 0.5 mm, and determine element stresses. Assume Young's modulus E is equal to 200 giganewton per mm square, and mu is equal to 0.3. Mu is Poisson's ratio and T is given as 10 mm. You can go through the figure in which 0.1, 0.2 and 0.3 as given with x and y coordinate. From the figure we can write the given values as u1, v1, u2, v2, u3, v3 already given in the problem, and x1 is equal to 100 mm, y1 is equal to 100 mm, x2 equal to 400 mm, y2 is equal to 100 mm, x3 is equal to 200 mm, and y3 is equal to 400 mm. And we have Young's modulus as 200 giganewton per mm square, which can be converted into 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square, and Poisson's ratio 0.3 and thickness T is equal to 10 mm. So first of all we will find the area of cross section, area of CST, and which we already known that 1 by 2 into x1 y2 minus x2 y1 plus x2 y3 minus x3 y2 plus x3 y1 minus x1 y3. This is the equation for finding area. From the equation we can directly substitute the values and area will be 45,000 mm square. And now we are going to find B matrix. B matrix is given as 1 by 2a into matrix y2 minus y3 0, y3 minus y1 0, y1 minus y2 0, 0, x3 minus x2 0, x1 minus x3 0, x2 minus x1, and x3 minus x2, y2 minus y3, x1 minus x3, y3 minus y1, x2 minus x1, y1 minus y2. This equation has discussed in the previous presentation. You can go through that how this equation derived, and when substituting these values we can find B matrix as 1 by 900 into matrix minus 3 0 3 0 0 0 0 minus 2 0 minus 1 0 3 minus 2 minus 3 minus 1 3 3 0. This is the final equation for B matrix, and we need to find stress strain relationship, that is given as D matrix. D matrix is known as stress strain relationship, and the equation for plane stress condition. There are two conditions, plane stress condition and plane strain condition. When we are going through plane stress condition, we have an equation D is equal to Young's modulus E divided by 1 minus mu square into matrix 1 mu 0 mu 1 0 0 0 1 minus mu by 2, and we are going to substitute the values. E is given as 2 into 10 raised to 5, Young's modulus is 2 into 10 raised to 5, and Poisson's ratio mu is given as 0.3, and when calculating the final value will be 2.197 into 10 raised to 5 into matrix 1.30 0.310 0 0.35, and we know that there is a stress strain relation, sigma is equal to D into epsilon, and epsilon is the strain, and we have a strain displacement relation as epsilon is equal to B into U. From these equations we can write stress sigma is equal to dB into U, where D is the stress strain relationship and B is the strain displacement relationship. So we need to find dB matrix first. So we are calculating dB matrix, and when finding dB matrix you will get the equation as 244.2 into minus 3 minus 0.6 3 minus 0.3 0 0.9 minus 0.9 minus 2 0.9 minus 1 0 3 minus 0.7 minus 1.05 minus 0.35 1.05 1.05 and 0. and now we need displacement for finding sigma. dB matrix we have already determined. So if you know the displacement which is given in the problem, that is U matrix can be written as U matrix U1 V1 U2 U2 U3 V3, and substituting values we will get 2 1 1 1.5 2.5 0.5, which are given in the problem. You can read the problem and directly write this equation, and when multiplying dB matrix with U, we can get sigma x, sigma y and tau xy, and when multiplying the final values will be as given in the box. Sigma x equal to minus 879.12, sigma y is equal to minus 708.18, tau xy is equal to 341.88. These are the stresses where sigma x and sigma y is known as normal stress and tau xy known as shear stress. Now we will find maximum normal stress. We have an equation for maximum normal stress which is discussed in the previous presentation as sigma max is equal to sigma 1 is equal to sigma x plus sigma y divided by 2 plus root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau xy square, and in which sigma x and sigma y are the normal stresses, tau xy is the shear stress. And when substituting the values which we already find out in the previous slide, we can directly find sigma max or maximum normal stress as minus 441.248 Newton per mm square. Now we will find minimum normal stress. There is only a small change in sign here, that is positive, and here that is negative. When substituting these values sigma x, sigma y, tau xy, we can directly find minimum normal stress, that is 1146.05 Newton per mm square. So we have already find out principal stresses or minimum and maximum normal stresses, and now we need to find principal angle which is known as theta p. For that we have an equation tan 2 theta p is equal to 2 into tau xy divided by sigma x minus sigma y. When we are substituting the values, we will get theta p is equal to minus 37.98 degree. This is the final result for us. In the question they have asked element stresses. Element stresses are find out, and maximum and minimal normal stress are find out, and finally we have found principal angle theta p, and the results are normal stress sigma is equal to minus 879.12 Newton per mm square, normal stress sigma y is equal to minus 708.18 Newton per mm square, shear stress tau xy is equal to 341.88 Newton per mm square, maximum normal stress sigma 1 is equal to minus 441.248 Newton per mm square, minimum normal stress sigma 2 is equal to minus 1146.05 Newton per mm square, and principal angle theta p is equal to minus 37.98 degree. These problems are discussed here. There are different type of problems in this module. We cannot go through every type. Please refer textbook and you will get a variety number of questions, and if you have any doubt or queries regarding this problem, you can contact me. Thank you.